So I'm going to start with the basics and go from there. And we're going to start on Israel. Can you condemn what Hamas did on October the 7th, where they massacred over 1,200 people?
Well, of course, I condemn all massacres, and I condemn the genocide, I would say, happening now in Gaza. But I think an important thing about October the 7th, it wasn't as simple as the media said at the time, because obviously it's such a defended barrier there that there was connivance from the Israeli government or the IDF or both to allow this thing to happen. And it's a monstrosity, but it was used then as an excuse for this invasion and massacre and genocide happening now in Gaza.
What do you mean they allowed it to happen?
Well, the IDF was stood down. Soldiers or whatever they were allowed to get in and, took people out.
They were stood down, they were allowed to get out. How do you know all this?
This was reported in the Israeli media.
Well, they were stood down?
Well, I don't know if that's the exact phrase, but certainly they were not there.
Yeah, they were not there. I mean, we all know that there was like a fit. They came quite late, and there was a huge error. But how does that connect to
there was hours involved. I mean, it's just, the point is, it's not credible that this just happened in the way described. And of course, there's been a lot of discussion in the Israeli media about this, and the whole thing became an excuse for what is happening now.
No, I understand that, but of course, what happened was there's raises a lot of questions, as we both can agree upon. But there are loads of questions which we can both agree upon, and there's a lot of questions to be answered about what actually happened on October 7th, and why did Israel army come so late to the borders? What happened?
Well, they're meant to be there all the time. They shouldn't be coming late at all. They're meant to be there all the time. It's a border.
So all of this, but how does that connect to saying, okay, there's questions? Oh no, suddenly Israel. How do you know that suddenly? No, that Israel planned this to do this as an excuse to do what they're doing.
There's various claims that it was planned for a year and known about, and the Israeli government was warned.
That's various
all of that stuff is
that's
in
claims.
Israeli media. Well, yes, I think it's probably fact, and it was a perfect excuse for what has happened or what is happening.
But do you get what I'm saying? What I see is you see these big questions.
I know, but look,
they're drawing up to make it into a fact.
Anyway, it's unjustifiable. It's an excuse for a massacre, and of course, it's got Netanyahu off the hook. He ought to be in prison for corruption.